right? So information, coaching services, and then obviously physical products too, which make up a big chunk of it, right? So, me and Ty and a lot of other very successful entrepreneurs think that it's probably one of the biggest opportunities right now. So you might be wondering, what is the best way to make money in 2020? What is the biggest opportunity right now accessible for you? And I would say that, one of the best ways, especially if you don't have a job or you don't even have to buy inventory, okay, with a lot of what I'm about to teach you, and you also don't have to risk thousands of dollars. There's not many businesses out there that you as an entrepreneur could start without, having to maybe like build a restaurant, for example. Okay, there's a lot of risk there, high risk for those old-fashioned businesses. It's going to take you 6 to 12 months. You have to sign a lease, build it, staff it, buy all the inventory, all the food, for example. And then, the restaurant industry has like a 5% chance or 10% chance of success, right? Whereas with this, you can get started within a week or two. You don't have to buy a ton of inventory. You don't have to spend, much more than a few $100s or $1,000 maybe to build a website. It's very, very cheap, very fast. And obviously it's very effective too. That's where the modern world is going to, right? Going onto the internet. So if you haven't kind of been noticing, e-commerce is blooming. So worldwide retail in e-com online sales is going to reach close to $5 trillion. And they've kind of surveyed people and watched trends. Businesses and business analytics have seen that every single year, more people are going online and more people prefer to go online. And that increases every single year. So there's a clear trend, and I'm sure a lot of you agree, right? And then if you haven't noticed, a lot of big retail stores are going bankrupt. Every week, it seems, especially during coronavirus, a lot of businesses are actually going bankrupt. Stores that have been around for 50, 60 years are starting to go bankrupt just because they can't adjust and they can't go online. And as you saw earlier this year, Ty even purchased Dress Barn, which is a 50-plus-year-old American brand that had hundreds of stores around the US. And now he's scaling that more successfully online. And, I help with that too. So, and as it says at the bottom, the demand's just going to keep increasing, and not only increasing the need for you to maybe start your own e-commerce business, but probably the need also for you guys to maybe help businesses, right? So you might be wanting to learn this for your own business or like idea or concept, but a lot of people here might think, well, actually, Rudy, I'm not maybe, too sure about starting my own e-commerce business. But what I know I could do is charge a couple of businesses I know a couple of grand a month to run their e-commerce. So it's very, nothing's easy, but I mean, it's one of the easiest ways if you're trying to make money online and go online is to actually help other people grow their e-commerce businesses, right? Because a lot of them need people that are more internet savvy. They need to learn how to, market online, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you on here today could learn this and then actually do this for businesses, right? And you can charge a lot. Like that's what I did before I started working so closely with Ty. I had my own agency and I would charge $10,000 to $15,000 to run other people's marketing. And that's a lot of money, right? We got up to 50 clients. So you do the maths on that. We were making a lot every month. And obviously I'm experienced. I've done marketing for many years, but I didn't, I started exactly like you guys. I had, no idea, right? I self-taught, started charging $1,000 a month, then $2,000 a month, then $5,000 a month. So you can grow it just like I can. Now, what you've got to realize if you are starting your own business, or maybe if you're going to actually do it for other people, there's limitations, okay? And you're going to hit road bumps along the way, just like any business. So you can only get so far with, a basic e-commerce store. And an e-commerce store is great, but like I said, people might pay you $1,000 a month for the advice. And like I said, you can become an expert. And like I did, I actually traveled the world for 9 months charging other businesses to run theirs. And, the important note too is I'm not kind of just, there's a lot of entrepreneurs and marketers out there where they've done it for other people. But, I built real businesses too. I built two of my own multi-million-dollar plus businesses. So I learned how to do it for others. So there's a lot of opportunity in growing other people's businesses and as well as growing your own.
What's up, everybody?
Here's Ty. Hey, Ty.
How's everybody doing? Sorry, my hair's all wet. I came in from the rain. I'm on my Amish farm here, so my signal won't be the best. Okay. Corey says hello. How's weather at the farm? Rainy. Hello, David Hoffman. All right, so what we're going to do kind of a handoff style webinar today for you. Somebody said, Ty, you changed my life. Thank you. Well, appreciate it. Serge said hello. We got anybody in, let's see, let me pick a country. Any Japanese, anyone from Japan? Anyone from Nepal? Anyone from Uganda? Anyone from New York City? Manchester, UK? Someone said they're super Japanese. Kosovo, okay. Chicago, Cape Town, South Africa, Paris, New York City, Mozambique, okay. Bulgaria, Kazakhstan, Peru, Polish, Dubai. How about what states do we have here in the U.S.? Any Virginia? That's where I am right now. Sorry for my hair. I got soaked just now. Baton Rouge, that's where my grandpa's from. Maryland, California, Huntington Beach, Washington, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I've lived there. Macedonia, I had a friend from Macedonia. Germany, I've been to. Pakistan, I haven't. I've been to India. Huntington Beach, I've been there. Switzerland, I've been. No, I've never been to Switzerland. Very close. Colombia, I've been to. Puerto Rico, yes. Nigeria, I haven't been to. I have not really been anywhere in Africa. That's the last continent. I've been to Australia and New Zealand and all kinds of good places. So, all right, let's get started. I want to give a couple things. By the way, you guys see my shirt? I found this shirt here in a drawer. Knowledge, my trademark. So here's kind of how the agenda is going to go. I'm going to open up with some quick Q&A and some thoughts on Facebook shops, okay? Because that's kind of the theme today. And then Rudy's going to take over. He has better internet connection, and he is going to go through kind of a joint PowerPoint presentation that he and I created and my team created. So he's going to cover. And so let me just let's officially start now. I wanted to give people a little time to get on. So first thing, let's talk about Facebook shops. Mark Zuckerberg, you always want to watch people that are on the top of the Forbes list because, you know, the saying that it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, it's very true when it comes to making money. So Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, these guys all have big advantages over the average person. They have the top lawyers. They have the, you know, top data analysts. They can see what's the next big trend is. So Shopify, okay, has been dominating the e-commerce platform game. It's the most. You used to have like Magento. You used to have WordPress. So in the past, 7 years ago, if you wanted to create an e-com site, your main option would be WordPress, Magento. Magento is very hard to use. It's very hard to install. WordPress is easier to use, but it's a little confusing because it's somewhat fragmented and all kinds of, you know, moving parts. And then Shopify came out. It's now the largest company in Canada by market cap. And so this is a big move that Mark Zuckerberg, if you read the news, he's very involved in this. So there's a lot of things that happen at Facebook that Mark Zuckerberg's not involved with. They're just like little projects. If he actually gets involved in a project, what does that mean? That means he sees huge potential. So what's going to happen very soon, assuming their beta test goes well, is you're going to be able to take your e-commerce let's say you have a Shopify site, it's going to plug into Facebook. When you run a Facebook ad for, let's say, a piece of jewelry or a cosmetic product, instead of having to click the Facebook ad and go all the way over to your Shopify or WordPress store, they're just going to stay and buy right on Facebook. And then they're going to keep a little cut for themselves, and then they're going to send you the money. So here's my short review of it. It's going to be great for you and I. It's not so good if I own Shopify, because now I have a massive competitor. But assuming nobody on here owns, maybe you own some shares in Shopify, but if you don't own Shopify, this is a good thing. Instagram will obviously follow suit, because it already has been testing Instagram shops and stores, so to speak. It's not been available to everybody, but it's been available to selected brands. So Instagram, I expect Snapchat to follow. I expect TikTok to follow. I expect every major platform out there to want to get in that game. Also, if you guys watching, Amazon is considering buying JCPenney. JCPenney is a $12 million retail brand, does over $1 billion in e-com. And so Jeff Bezos is doubling down. Mark Zuckerberg is doubling down on this game. So this today is a free presentation. I want to give you some training. Rudy's going to go over some websites and show you guys, some working examples of what maybe your website's doing right, what other websites are doing wrong. So we're free training. We also have the second test group in our paid 4-month certification program. She'll put a link later. You don't have to get in. This is free training, but there's always 20% of people who come to my free training who are like, Tai, this is great. I want more, So if you want more, today we're going to give you about a 2-hour of free training. And then if you want to go to the next level, Rudy will put up a link to get in our second e-commerce certified specialist test group. You already missed the first test group. So it would have been better if you got in the first test group, but the second test group is starting to rock and roll here. He's also going to give you a special bonus for everybody who gets into the second test group of the paid e-commerce certified specialist program. We're going to throw in, only if you get in during this call, 14 days of free texting. You can text us. You can text me and Rudy, and we'll give you, like in that one game show, So You Want to Be a Millionaire or whatever that show's called, where you can phone a friend. That's what you can do. You can't call us on the phone, but you can text us. So it's a good reason, if you want to get in, a good reason to get in now. Okay. So let me answer just a few questions on e-commerce. Can anybody have just a few questions? And then I'm going to introduce you to Rudy, who's going to do a screen share. I can't do a screen share on my farm because I tested it yesterday. I'm on a different farm. I have a farm in the middle of an Amish community, so I have very slow internet. My slides would take 15 minutes to go from one slide to another. Okay, what's the best driver? Let me just read some of the chat. Okay. Facebook or Shopify? Both is my correct answer. Somebody asked, how much does it cost to get 500 people on a webinar? So that's a good question. I'm not sure, how many do we have on this call right now? I can't see I'm using my
500.
phone.
Yeah, 500.
Okay, so we have 500 people on a webinar. The question was, good question, how much does it cost in marketing cost? Because a lot of you remember, there's 3 types of e-commerce. By the way, Rudy, can you see me pretty well? Am I blurry?
Yeah, it's good. It's a little blurry, but it's fine.
Okay. There's 3 types of e-com. Physical products, that's what everybody thinks about. But don't forget the other 2. Digital products, that's what this is right now. It's a digital product. You're watching it online, no physical product. And then there's services like consulting, so this Zoom call is part of 2 and 3. All right. Everyone, for some reason, thinks that e-commerce has to be a physical product. What about Netflix? You know how much money Netflix is making? They got over 100 million people paying them $12 a month. So do the math. That's $1.2 billion a month. They're getting $1,200 million a month put in their bank account. So it's important that you understand that the Zoom call, there's a lesson to you on how I'm doing the Zoom calls, how we're doing Zoom calls. You should learn how to do, we call this CPL, which is basically lead generation. Okay. In general, if you're using Facebook or YouTube ads or Google, depending on the industry you're in, the cost to get a lead, I've seen it as low as $1, but in general, I would count on a lead will cost, $2 to $10. So let's just say it averages around $4 or $5 for a lead, especially if you're using selected targeting, not the whole world. Now, everybody who clicks on your link, if you're doing lead generation, by the way, I started in e-commerce in 2001 doing lead generation. So it's a good question. Back then, it cost me 20 cents to get a click. Now clicks are, over $1 on most platforms for high quality traffic. So it would have been better for all of you to get in 2001. It would have been better for me to get in 1994, but I didn't. So I missed the train, never missed the train, is what I'm saying. So to get 500 people on a Zoom call is going to probably cost you, because not everybody who joins is going to show up. Only about 1 in 4 people show up. So you can cost you about $10. So 500 people times $10 is about $5,000. It cost me a little less because I built up an email list and a texting list over the last years. So over time, your cost should come down. Always, the beginning is the hard part, guys. That's why we want to help you. If you do it right, it gets easier and easier and easier every single day. Okay. Somebody said, can you go over the lead thing again? Do I think drop shipping will die? All right. I'm going to answer just a few of these questions before Rudy does the full presentation. I do not think drop shipping will die. Maybe here's why. What is drop shipping for you beginners and advanced? Drop shipping is where the product that your customers buy is not in your possession. So some other vendor, some other warehouse around the world, somebody buys a pair of sandals from you. Instead of you sending it from your own warehouse or you sending it in your backyard, maybe in your garage, you package books up and package sandals up and mail them to people. But then you got to keep inventory. How many different sizes of sandals are there? You got male sandal, female sandals, children's sandals. You have all the different sizes, half sizes. You have the wide, you have the narrow. So do you really want to keep 10,000 sandals in your own warehouse or in your own garage? We drop Dress Barn. Rudy, make sure you show some of the websites that I own, like Dress Barn and Farmer's Card and Mental Rocks. We get I'll show you guys something here. So I'm not going to tell you which of my brands. I own 11 e-com brands, but I'll show you, just give you some example of what you're going to learn today. I think it'll give some confidence that we know what we're talking about here. So here is yesterday's Shopify. I hope you'll let me turn my brightness down. So here, one of my brands yesterday, can you see this? Made $86,000. And this is not a screenshot. So there, just for those of you who are skeptical, that's Shopify app. So $86,000. If you scroll here, we had 120,000 shoppers visit the e-com site. Again, that's not a screenshot. So 120,000 people came to shop on one of my e-com brands. So, one of the reasons that I'm bringing this up is not to brag. I want to show you that two things. One, that the hardest part is to get started. Once you get momentum, out of those 120,000 visitors, some of them we didn't have to pay for. We have organic listings, we have SEO, we have repeat customers that got a package in the door, and now they're like, "Oh, I want to buy more of that brand." Okay, so the temptation is to give up right at the beginning. And so the reason I do these live calls is because I'm like, stick with it. And now's the time to get started, my friend. All right, what's some other questions? Should I start as a digital consultant for e-com? I think starting as an e-com consultant is such a good idea that I just want to pound my desk. I hope that one of the big takeaways that some of you, these 500 plus people that are watching Rudy and I talk, that you decide at the end of 4 months, you're going to become, or even earlier if you have some skill already, that you will become an e-commerce certified specialist. You will get businesses to pay you $1,000 to $25,000 to build them a Shopify store, to bring their brand online. Okay, $1,000 to $25,000, minimum $1,000. It's very similar to my social media marketing program, except with e-commerce consulting, if you get a larger company or even a mid-sized company, you can totally charge them $25,000 because you're going to have to do some work. You can build a team, you can build a virtual team, you can hire a couple of virtual assistants who are in India or Pakistan or Philippines or Eastern Europe, Canada or US, and they can help you. And you build a little team of you as the boss plus 2 consultants. You go out there, all these restaurants that are going broke, they say up to 25, maybe 50% of small, medium-sized restaurants are going to go broke, but they don't have to. They just have to transition to e-com, but they don't know how. They know how to cook food. When you're in the restaurant game, you know how to cook food. That's why you're in the restaurant game. So I really want to encourage you guys, like, you need to learn. A significant amount of people who go through my program, through me and Rudy's program, it's important that you don't just always sell physical products. I want you guys, I need some consultants coming out of this. Who's going to become a consultant? Because then you don't need any inventory. You don't need a Shopify. You need to learn Shopify. So you should build yourself a store. But you don't have to operate. You can help other businesses. All right, 1 or 2 last questions before Rudy starts. Consultant, what you teach in SMMA? No, we also teach it in this course. SMMA, we teach you in DSMC how to be like a more of an overall consultant. This program is going to teach you specifically e-com consulting. Tai, you mentioned to start digital products. Here's an example of a digital product I've brought up before. There's a guy, he's a friend of mine. Hold on, let me get my Zoom up here. So what he did, he had a 9-to-5 job that he hated. He recorded like 30 videos about how to use Excel, because everybody gets confused with Excel. He was using Excel for his job, so he got really good at it. And then he put it on a platform called Kajabi. ClickFunnels has a platform. Kajabi has a digital platform, an education one. Teachable has one. He picked Kajabi, and he makes about $200,000 gross a year. I think he nets like $150,000 just selling his pre-recorded video training on how to use Excel. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Very simple. All right, last question. So I'm going to hand this over. Will the course cover how to get new clients to the business? Yes, absolutely. What is the best for a fashion business? If you want to go into the fashion game, I own a brand called Dress Barn. It's a big brand, has 10 million paying customers over the last 2 years. Last year did 740 million in revenue. I bought it on October 30th. And that's in the fashion business. And fashion business, here's the thing. If you're a brand new beginner, I'm not sure I'd start in fashion. It's kind of like bench pressing. If you go in the gym, do you really want to start out bench pressing with the 400-pound bench pressers? You're going to get stuck and pinned and you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to pull a muscle. So I like to start with something, simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm a big fan of keeping it simple. Okay, so let me tell you, so clothing, if you really have a deep domain skill set in clothing, you could start a fashion brand, but if I wouldn't necessarily start that as my first e-com. I think your first e-com business, a great one is consulting. Digital products great. I think something like selling coffee,
a series
is a great
of
start.
emails
so addictive
to go out to these
so
same
you
people.
Differentiate.
So
There's
now,
so many different brews.
day 1, day
so
2, day 3, day
over
4.
a billion people are addicted to coffee. So, okay, let me give you a quick intro. So Rudy, who's going to do the presentation, he and I created a presentation. My internet is slow. As I said, I'm on my Amish farm, so I don't have good connection, and I'm just using LTE, so it'll be too slow for me to share my screen. What Rudy's going to share with you is basically
moving on. They get emails,
about
and I always suggest doing 5 to 7 emails pushing one product because
what it
now we have
takes,
these customers that are
going through some
interested.
actual, you guys can give your website. He's going to analyze some of your guys. We can't do everybody because there's 500 or whatever people on here, but he's going to give you some analysis. He's going to show you some tools and widgets that we use to analyze websites. He's going to show you the trends, and he's going to show you a simple way you could get started, and really can today, I tell people, right? I told one of my webinars a long time ago, I told people that I just said, on a call like this, I said, write down today's date, because for some of you, today's date is going to be one of the most important dates of your life. And this girl came up to me. I was speaking at a conference in Miami, Grant Cardone's 10X conference a couple of years ago. She came up to me after and she said, I wrote down that date you told me when I saw one of your webinars. And she started to learn e-commerce. She lives in India and she's making 4,000 to 5,000 net a month. And she said, Tai, where I'm from in India, the average college graduate starts with a $700 salary, and I'm making, $4,000 or 5,000. She's like, I bought my own ticket. Like, my family can't believe it. All my friends are blown away that I was able to pull this off. So I think some of you should write down today's date, because Rudy and I, and in my e-commerce program, four main people teach. One of them's Rudy, who you're going to hear from in a second. One of them's me. One of them's my business partner, Alex. So Alex, my business partner, he just sold his e-commerce brand, Zeus, for $300 million, rang the New York Stock Exchange bell. Rudy, who's about to teach you, has taken brands as a consultant, from 10 million to 100 million in e-com revenue. So he's a real expert on the consulting side too, on the agency side. So I want you to, obviously you guys somewhat know my credentials, but between the three of us, we've spent over $600 million on Facebook and YouTube ads. We've done over $1 billion in revenue for our own e-commerce brands. So we've got the credentials, so pay close attention. With that said, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to turn off the phone. And for those of you who get in the 4-month training program, I'll be seeing some of you on the weekly calls. He'll put up a link later. We're giving free training. 20% of people always call after these live calls are like, hey, we need more. So we've got the free training, about 2 hours today, Q&A, going through the modules. Then we'll put up a special link if you want to get in the second test group. You already missed the first test group of e-commerce certified specialists. And, but we got a special bonus for those of you who get in today. We have it priced very affordably. I mean, NYU college right now is 4 years of your life and $30,000 a year. That's $120,000, and you're not going to learn. We know more than these professors. All these professors combined haven't done the revenue that we've done. So, for those of you who get in, we've priced it crazy affordable. You'll see, and he's going to give you a special bonus if you get in by the end of this call. So, for those of you who are ready, get credit card ready. We're not going to push it down everybody's throat, but for the 20% who are really ready, we're going to give you a special bonus that you won't have to pay for, which is 2 weeks of text training, kind of like phone a friend, text a friend. Okay. The program's called E-commerce Certified Specialist. Rudy, take it away. And I'll check back in a little later.
Okay, guys. So as Tai said, gonna kind of go through everything you need to know if you're trying to go online, trying to learn e-com, building upon what Tai said. So I'm gonna reshare my screen. Super excited to share this with you today. Like I said, Tai and me put this together. So, and I know most of you were here before Tai jumped on. So just clarifying what Tai said, right, and also myself, kind of the fact that growing your own e-com business is one path, but there's another path. And as Tai said, there's probably not a better opportunity right now than either growing your own e-com business or maybe doing it for other people. And like I told you guys, that was actually my background. Before I worked more with Tai, I had some of my own businesses that were very successful. And one of those was an agency where I, was charging a lot of money, 10, 15, even $20,000 a month to just run ads and build funnels and websites for other companies. Okay. And yeah, I wasn't ripping them off charging that. We were making some of those clients back 50, 100K a month, right? Or some of them we made over 1 million back a month, and we were only charging them 15 or 20,000. So a lot of opportunity there too. So what you need to understand, and Ty spoke about this a little, is there's three types, right? A lot of people see commerce as just like, oh, selling supplements or t-shirts, but there's actually three types. So physical, which is, Amazon, for example. Digital, Netflix. The cool thing about digital, like Ty said, is you have crazy margins, right? There's no cost to sell an information product. That was actually my first business. I sold fitness plans and did over $1 million in my first 18 months selling fitness plans. And then my second business was actually services, where I sold consulting, right? Agency services. And Ty obviously has businesses that cover all three of those as well. So a lot of opportunity in all three of them. Um, and Ty touched on this. I won't spend too much, but there's a lot of opportunity in the world, right? Every day you probably see Facebook ads. You probably see other business people or marketers or entrepreneurs telling you to do this, network marketing, drop shipping, affiliate marketing. There's like hundreds of opportunities. But the cool thing about, especially Ty, not so much me, but a little me, but more Ty, is he's grown brands successfully for like 20 years, okay, and grown a multitude of brands. And I think that's one thing that really shows success. You guys probably agree, is not just like growing one business, but doing it across multiple verticals and industries. Next is the strategies. Like me and Ty are all about application. So what we're teaching you today in the next 30, 40 minutes, and then also for that small percent that join our next test group, we're going to show you actual strategies that you can copy and paste and apply, not just not just like theory, okay? Because you can go sit on YouTube all day and watch and learn a load of theory, but what puts money in your bank account is strategies that you can actually apply. And then the mentorship, as Ty again touched upon, there's like not just Ty, okay? You're learning from me, you're learning from Alex, you're learning from some of the best people in the world. And we're all going to help you in different ways and teach you different things. And then obviously, some of you have already been through Ty's programs, but combined, we've taught thousands of people. Okay, so Ty's had 100 million people watching his trainings, 191 countries, and over 200,000 paid students that have actually been helped, and some of them have gone on and grown massive businesses from Ty's help. So, like I talked about, and Ty mentioned too, we're in a like really unique spot, right? Once in a lifetime opportunity. There's never been anything like this. Some argue this is like 2008. Some argue it's actually even better than that. So, if you look at this graph here, this is showing US e-commerce growth, right? Percentage of retail sales. As you can see, e-commerce in like 10 years ago, it was a very small percent. It was like 5% of retail sales. But now, if you look, over the last 10 years it grew to about 16%, but then it's shot up, okay? So it's actually grown even faster, and now it's at about 27%. So nearly a third of the sales in the world are now online, okay, via ecom. So yeah, if you haven't, I saw a couple of you having sound problems, I would just rejoin the Zoom. Okay, so I want to talk a little about how you can really master ecom and become an ecom certified specialist. Like Ty said, like I said, I think it's a once in a lifetime chance. He made that prediction, almost 5 years ago now, about starting a social media marketing agency. I'm sure some of you just put in the chat if you did that course with him. Like a lot of people I know have taken that course. I've met people in real life that have built big agencies. Some people have gone on and grown 6 or even 7-figure agencies from that course. But like everything, he told everyone to do that and jump on it. Some people did, some people didn't, and the people that didn't are probably still trying to figure out what to do. The action takers got in that, and some of them have grown big businesses, right? So don't do that today. Like I said, there's never been a better time. Like 2008, it opened up opportunity. Now, with where we're at in the economy, there's actually even bigger opportunity, especially specifically for this. If you're on this live training right now, you're obviously interested in going on in e-commerce. There's never been a better time because ad costs are down. Everyone is shopping online. And then also, if you want to go the path of like actually teaching others or helping businesses via consulting, think about it. Literally every single business owner in the world is trying to scale online right now. Okay.
Stand by, guys. I think we just had Rudy. Hey, Ben, are you there?
Where you're actually not putting in that future stop loss order yet.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. You hey guys, this is Ben. This is Ty's brother. Maybe Ben will step in momentarily while we get Rudy back here.
Everybody, sorry, I was just working out. I'm not fully clothed for this. But Rudy should be coming back on. We'll see if he can get back on. I think somebody cut his internet where he was in Florida. This is Ben Avanzado. Ty's my half brother, but count him as my full brother. Been working with him for 10 years. Josh, is there a way I can get those slides up? You're saying I can, I think Rudy just joined again. See if he can get on, but if he can't, I want to get those slides back up. Where's everyone coming in from? I see there's a lot of people here. We got 537 people on here. Just trying to get Rudy back in here, training you guys. I know he had a special presentation going. Kenya, Germany, Nigeria, Jamaica, Brazil, all over the world. It's crazy. Barbados, Colombia. San Diego. Josh, are you able to see if Rudy can get back on? Swiss.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him right now. At this point, I might kick him off and see if that helps because I think it's something with his internet. So, yeah.
Got it. Guatemala. Yeah, you guys really are all over. It's amazing. Pakistan, Morocco, Croatia. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm going to give, me and Rudy are co-CEOs of TaiLopez.com right now, so I can kind of take over where he was, but I'm going to give him a few more minutes to just get back on because he was in the groove. I don't want to steal from him there.
All right, I think he just jumped entirely off the call, so we lost him. So let's see if he jumps back.
What are everyone's questions as so far on e-commerce and the opportunity that we're seeing? What are your guys' questions and you ladies' questions on e-commerce specifically? Rudy said he's on his phone.
Yeah. Hey, Rudy, you should be back up. Let me know. I made you a co-host again.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Good. Sorry, guys. I think Ty cursed me with his bad internet, so I got kicked out too somehow.
Hey, I'm gonna share my screen, Josh. I'm gonna join on my computer. So just make my computer.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Josh, if you could share the PowerPoint or Ben, then I'll just run it from my
Actually,
phone.
yeah, Josh, you share the PowerPoint. I'm gonna mute now.
All right. Yeah, and then okay, cool. Sounds good. 1 sec. Let me download it and I
put it in the chat on WhatsApp. But yeah, guys, there's workmen outside my house. I presume they cut a wire or something. But I will keep going from the phone because it's reliable and Josh can screen share the slides. But basically, what I was saying to you guys before I got put out is,
Can you guys see?
Let's see. Yeah, good. So just go to the slide for me. I mean, I was on slide 8.
Okay. Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, go to 9. Keep going. Next one. Okay, good. So this is what I was saying, guys. So actually, back one, the 4. Go to the 4 things you need to know. Back a couple.
Good.
Yep. So, guys, what I was saying before I got cut out is really there's four things that you need to master if you're trying to go into e-commerce. So, like I said, whether you're teaching others or you're going to do this for your own business, a big thing to look at and know is and kind of master is the product. Okay. So, what I teach is one of the most successful things you need to do it in any business is really get the product and offer right. And it might sound simple, but most people take that for granted that you've got to find what you sell, and there's so many variables. Like you could spend a year figuring this out without our kind of help and guidance. For the test group of number one of ECS, what Tai said you guys just missed out on. For that test group, we actually gave them some of the winning niches. Me and Tai and the team sat down, looked at the market trends, just like you'd look at the stock trends, and we just gave them what's actually accelerating and taking off. So their chance of success is much, much higher. So a big part of it, is really knowing what is going to work. Okay, what is going to not just like make a few sales, but what is scalable? Because let's face it, if you have a business and make a few sales, it's good. But if you have a business with a viral product and can make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands potentially, that's much better, right? So a big part is product. If you get that wrong, it's like your foundation. If you get that wrong, then nothing you do, even if you have great ads, great funnels, great sales pages, is never going to pay off for you. So we're going to teach you how to do that, how to pick the right products that actually can sell right now and scale up right now. Next is pricing. So pricing and financials really, really important. So you've got to think about what are the best prices for your product and how to be competitive. Because if you get it too high, you'll struggle to sell it. If it's too low, then you're not going to have the right profit margins and you're not going to maximize what we call average order value versus CPA. So CPA is cost per acquisition, how much it costs to make a sale. And then average order value is how much you make per sale. And what we're going to teach you is how to make sales for cheap, i.e. get a low CPA, and then have a high average order value so you make as much money possible per sale. And that's really, one way to almost guarantee success in your business is for us to teach you how you can make sales really cheap, like $20, and you can sell those same, a $20 sale, you can generate $50 or $100 on the back end from that, right? So who here would like to be able to learn how to sell products for say $20 using an example and make $100 per sale? I'm sure a lot of us would, because it means every $20 we put in, we make $100 back. And the way you do that is through marketing, right? So point 3 here, you've got to get really good at marketing to make those cheap sales. You've got to learn email marketing. You've got to learn the psychology of selling. You've got to learn SMS marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, how to maximize your social media, how to build a sales funnel that converts, and maybe even a phone sales team on the back end. And that's everything that we can teach you. And like I said, a big part of, a lot of you guys, a big group of you here is it's going to help you not only do this for yourself, but maybe you want to do it for others, right? You could go up to a business that's already doing well and say, hey, you're not doing any Facebook marketing. Let me run it for you. Give me 1% of the profit, or I'll charge you $2,000 a month to run that for you. And then finally, placement. So placement is about optimizing the website. And I'm sure we've all here been on good and bad websites. We've seen what makes a great website, what makes a bad website. And understanding, if you're an online store, your website is much like your restaurant or gym if you're an in-person store, right? So if you had a bad gym in a bad location, you're not going to make any money. If you have a great gym in a great location or a great restaurant on the main strip in town, you're going to make a lot of money. And we're going to teach you how to get that like Las Vegas strip location, a prime location in the world, right? And we're going to teach you how to be like the Times Square online, how you can be in that prime location, how you can have, the perfect website to convert all the traffic. So next slide for me. So like Tai mentioned, we launched this recently. We've already started helping a lot of people kind of basically become e-commerce certified experts. the way it works for some of you that are really serious about doing this right now, you realize this is the best time to go online. We're going to teach you every day, right? And the first few days, it's me teaching you how to basically create an online business if you're trying to go online or trying to do it for others. The way that works, you get online videos, online access, accessible from any device. You're also going to get the ability to take it at your own pace. So some of you here are probably faster than others, and you're going to be able to learn this quicker. Some of you are a little slower. You're going to be able to take it at your own pace. Maybe you already have a job, okay? So whether you're, faster or slower, it's okay. We're going to teach you in a way that suits you as an individual. And then a big part is the time and the investment. So as Tai mentioned, this is probably way more powerful than any marketing or business degree in the world. And combined between me, Tai, Alex, and the trainers in this, you're going to learn from people on the front line actually running real online big businesses, okay? Not just the theory of it. And the cool part too is it's not going to take you 4 months. It's not going to take you 4 years. You're going to do this all in 4 months, okay? And really by the end of the first 30 days, you're going to know all the basics that me and Tai and like the biggest online business owners understand about marketing, on how to grow a business online or how to do it for other people, like we said. And, it's going to be for, less than 1/10 the price of college. Okay. We're not even charging $1,000 for this. So for people that like also want the lifestyle freedom, I understand some of you want financial success, but some of you want financial success and you want it on your own terms. Okay. So you're going to be able to, as we'd say, live the dream. So you can work from your laptop anywhere in the world, work in your own hours. And the cool thing about e-commerce, as you saw, it's close to $5 trillion, right? The potential to earn, your first million or next million isn't that hard if you get everything right in this space. And of course, we're not guaranteeing you'll make anything like that. We're not guaranteeing you'll make millions, but the potential is there. You're not going to be capped by like an industry. Okay. If you went in certain industries, like if you owned a restaurant, you could only make a certain amount. Even if you were the best restaurant in town, you're still capped at a few million probably. Okay. Whereas here, you're really not capped. You can go way beyond that, like myself and Tai and some of our brands have done. And then also it's going to allow you, like I said, I think a big portion of you here can do really, really well helping other business owners succeed. Okay. So whether you're going to do it for your own business or other people, remember, I grew my agency, and I didn't take years to do this. Within a year and a half or so, I grew mine to having over 50 clients paying me 10 to 20 grand a month. And very possible. And I'm basically breaking down a lot of what I learned and did on those businesses in this course. And Ty's doing the same on how he's grown all his e-commerce businesses. And then, as I mentioned at the start, a lot of you probably don't have, $500,000 to build a gym or a restaurant. Okay. You want to get started quickly and you want to get started for minimal investment with minimal risk. This is the perfect solution for that because you can start that business very low cost, very quickly. Okay. And like I said, it's all on your own terms. You can learn this next 4 months with us on your own terms, and you can do it while basically structuring your life how you want. So if you want to work at a certain time from a certain location, that's totally fine. So next slide for me. And like I said, me and Tai are both really big on setting it up for you so you can just learn and apply it, okay? So you're going to get you're going to get basically like take our brains and we're putting this down over the next 30 and then 30 days and 4 months. So you can learn everything from us. You're going to get basically everything we know broken down into daily videos, daily trainings, and it's all at your fingertips. You're going to learn at your own pace, own schedule. And like I said, me and Tai are really big on application. So you're not going to have to go through 4 months and be it, 4 months to just start. We're going to teach you how to apply this right away so you can actually start making sales. Some people will make sales in the first week, I guarantee it. Some people will be running marketing for other businesses probably within the first 30 days. Okay. So this is going to give you that potential to get started quickly. It's not going to be like a college degree where you have 4 years before you can even get a job with that. Okay. I think some of you within 30 days will be earning money from this. And within 4 months, you're going to actually be certified doing this yourself or for other businesses if you apply everything. Next slide for me. And then just to kind of reiterate, you guys are probably thinking, well, this sounds good, Rudy, but I might do it next month or I might do it next year. Right now isn't a good time for me. I'm low on money or I'm not sure whether the economy is going to go. But remember, this is like, if you look at anyone successful, right, they're buying businesses, investing more. Right now is the best chance to really kind of grow out of the kind of whole coronavirus and the economy crash right now. You could come out on top, okay? So there's never really been a better time. I know some of you are probably a little scared to get going on a new venture, but honestly, it's the best time. If you look at 2008, some of the biggest brands in history were made during that period, and some of the best entrepreneurs really grew during that period. And the same now, Warren Buffett, people like that, they're all doubling down right now, whereas normal people are running scared. So this is a really special time in history. I know me and Tai, we haven't worked harder and invested more in the last few years than we have today in the last 2 months, okay, since all this happened. So next slide for me. And I will ask questions. I see questions coming in. So like I said, it's your chance of a potential, $1 trillion industry, okay? So you can live life on your freedom, unlimited income potential, and really secure your future. Because if you look at it, e-commerce isn't going anywhere, okay? If you start a physical location right now, you're probably capped and you're also limited. The way I see it is, it's much easier to paddle or swim in a stream where the current's on your side, or the ocean where the current's on your side. If you try and get into a business not like this, a business that's actually plateauing or an industry that's plateauing, it's like trying to swim upstream in a river or swim against the waves in an ocean, okay? Would you not sooner swim where the current's pushing you down the river, or the ocean and you're surfing into the beach, okay? It's much easier to get on an industry like this where it's actually on your side, and it's only going to get better in time. You saw that graph I showed earlier. Everything is compounded and improving from an e-commerce standpoint. So next slide for me. So I'm going to basically wrap up now. I'm going to go through for you guys who this is perfect for, because me and Tai, the way we structure this is a smaller group, okay? We're not going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of people in these groups. We want to keep them more condensed, more personal. Like Tai said, you'll actually, if you join today on this call, you're going to get personal support. You're going to get the chance to actually have one-to-one SMS support, okay? Or like Tai said, that whole phone a friend, okay? Because a lot of you will have questions, and we want to make it possible where you can get that personal support. So we really want dedicated entrepreneurs that are really passionate about either growing their own online business or maybe helping others, right? We want maybe employees that want to get better at their job, earn a promotion, or maybe even get a new job with a company that is looking for people that can actually help them grow on an e-commerce platform, which is, like I said, literally every company right now is trying to go online and grow via e-commerce. So there's never been a better time. Walk up to literally any company, right? We all agree to that. And then consultants, okay? So consultants, like I said, Tai said, probably one of the best things right now is starting offering this as a service, consulting, or maybe you want to create a mini agency where you actually do this for other people. So next slide for me. So next 5 minutes, I know a lot of you are interested still. I see in the chat, some of you are private chatting me. So I'm going to go through a few more details and then give you the link to join, okay? So I know a lot of you are ready to go. So, and the spots are limited. So I want to make sure this is right for you. You don't make a mistake and we don't let people in that aren't a fit, okay? So just bear with me for 5 more minutes. So I'll just run through it real fast. So some of the things you're going to learn, you're probably going to learn what we would class as the number one secret that helps most individuals increase their sales every month, okay? And this could be sales for your own business, a business you're about to start, or getting new clients if you want to do this as consultant. We're going to teach you, one tiny advertising trick. It's something I use with a lot of my businesses. A lot of my clients, we use it in Tai's business to generate leads for almost free. And Tai spoke about, and he said many times in public, that the ability to grow email lists and grow leads quickly online and at the lowest cost possible is one of the best ways to grow any business, okay, and reach your financial goals. You can never have enough high quality leads in your business, okay? We're going to show you a really powerful psychological hack that's going to help you basically pick up new clients. So you can either, like I said, do consulting, and you'll basically be able to get new customers much quicker. So whether you're selling for an online business, we're going to sell you this psychological hack to bring in more sales. Or if you're trying to be a consultant, we're going to show you how to attract those clients. So if you're trying to grow a consulting business, how you can do it and how you can scale it much quicker. And then a big part of it too, because a lot of this is online stores, right? We're going to show you the exact plugins, apps, and templates that we use in our own businesses. So the exact templates and plugins that we use at Tai Lopez and we use in my brands, and all the best ones. And we're actually going to give you some templates that you can copy and paste and import. So we're actually giving you like done for you funnels and templates and strategies and apps and plugins that you can click import and get working within 10 minutes. So the idea is we want to make this super applicable for you guys. So next slide. We skip to the next one. Yeah. So following on from the plugin side, there's certain plugins. If you go to some of the big websites, like if you go to Apple, you go to DressBarn that Tai earns, you'll see a trend. You'll see a lot of these sites use certain plugins, and we're going to give you those best plugins. We're going to show you scientific methods for split testing. So if you go to like DressBarn, for example, and watch it week to week, you'll see we're split testing a lot. DressBarn was one of the brands Tai purchased, and you'll see we're split testing a lot. That's what allows us to be successful here, is the split testing side. We're going to teach you how to do that. You'll also see on DressBarn we use SMS, and we're going to give you one of our best SMS templates that regularly gets 97% open rates. And then we're going to teach you how to basically how you can make buying products or services as easy as possible. So even if they're expensive, we're going to show you how to move customers through a journey. So if you're trying to sell your own products, we're going to show you how to move customers through a journey so they convert much higher than what most people do, which is just run them to a basic website. And then, like I said, one cool thing we're going to show you is if normally on your website people complain it's too expensive, we're going to show you how to adjust that website so you actually get more sales quicker, and you'll probably get even more in revenue per sale than what people are currently paying right now. So next slide for me. And then a big part of, we haven't even touched on this today because we're short of time, but a big part of growing successful brands is the ability to actually make customers buy more than once, right? So what we're going to teach you guys is how, when you get sales initially, how you can get more and more sales, which is basically called increasing the lifetime value. I'm actually, this next one's mine. This is my omnipresence retargeting strategy that basically, if you ever go onto a website and then that website never leaves you, I'm going to teach you that. So how you can basically dominate the internet for your space or for you. So say you're a consultant, what I'm going to teach you is if someone ever comes and clicks your site to try and work with you, I'm going to teach you how you can follow them around the internet for the rest of their life so they can see how amazing you are, and basically almost trying to guarantee that they will sign up with you at some point. Same if you're trying to sell a product, okay? And then social media is a big part of this. So we're also teaching you how to master social media so you can grow your following, grow your brand, and sell more products from your social media platforms, okay? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Okay, so I know a few of you are ready to go. I'm going to come on to the questions right now. So let's go on to the next slide. We'll get some of you signed up. Like I said, this is a small group. It's very low cost. So if you are ready, like I said, 4-month program. You're going to get early access to it. There's small groups right now. We're not doing a massive group because we want to provide that personal one-to-one support. And if you sign up today before I end this call, you will get that 2 weeks of free one-to-one SMS support. Okay. And then the one bit that we didn't even touch on, me and Tai, that makes this really cool is a certificate. So a lot of you that are going to try and be consultants, The only downside to being a new consultant right now is you're not going to have a track record, right? So you're going to approach businesses and they're going to say, well, how do I know you're any good? And you can't show them tons of clients results. So what me and Ty have done, because we're so confident in what we're teaching, we're going to put our name behind it and we're actually going to certify you upon completion. So you'll not only have all this knowledge, but you'll be able to approach businesses and you'll be certified as an ECS specialist by Tai Lopez. And that alone, I mean, that's probably worth, for some of you, if you use that correctly in an ethical way, that's probably worth thousands of dollars, right? To have that name behind you. I'm sure a lot of you would agree to that. So let's move on. Let's give people a link because I know some people have to go and some people are ready to sign up. So next slide for me. So for those that are ready to go, like I said, if you sign up right now, head to that link, you'll get 2 weeks free. Again, we're so confident in this, like a lot of Ty's programs, you'll get a full 30-day money back guarantee. So if you do sign up, even if you're not 100% right now, there's probably never a better time, because if you come back tomorrow and say, well, Rudy, Ty, I actually slept on it and I'm good, you're not going to get that special bonus of 2 weeks of SMS support. And that's really important because you need to get the first 2 weeks off to success. You need to start on the right foot, or you could mess this up. Okay. So that's why we wanted to offer that. We obviously can't offer that forever because we can't do tech support forever. But if you do sign up today, you're covered by a money back guarantee. So sign up now, get the SMS support if I was you. And then obviously if you get past the 30 days and you realize this isn't perfect for you, it's not the direction you want to go, there's 100% money back guarantee. So next slide for me. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, well, I'm not quite sure. So what me and Ty wanted to do is really kind of give you some unique bonuses. Some of this we sell alone, and we want to give you some bonuses for the people that are ready to take action. So not only are you going to get the course, but we're trying to support you to become really successful from that. So you'll get a live Q&A every Friday. So you'll actually be able to jump on a Zoom with Ty. Both of us will have good internet connection on those Friday calls, I promise you. And you'll be able to ask us questions, okay? You'll be able to get support directly from Ty, sometimes from me. And then, like we said, we've said this a couple of times, because it's like hands-on, right? If you join before this call ends in the next 5 or 10 minutes, you'll get one-on-one SMS support for the next 14 days. We're going to make sure you get started off to the best possible track, basically. Next is e-commerce sales template. So me and Ty, what we did, because we're about action. We're not going to just leave you guys with information. We're going to give you copy and paste funnel templates that you can use right away. You're going to be able to write your content around those templates. And it's going to basically, the hardest part of starting a website or building a website or a sales page for a lot of you is like not knowing where to start. So we're going to give you these templates that you like fill in the blanks, and then you're off right away so you can get started. Big part of it is SMS. So we're going to give you our SMS cash codes, which is our proven scripts that often get over 90% open rates. If you think about it, email is really powerful, but it only gets about 20% open rates. So we're going to give you basically our scripts that get over 90%. You're going to get a lot of you starting out. This is a no-brainer in itself. Like I said, me and Ty sat down and we figured out the best niches to go in. So if you're like, Rudy, I want to start this, but I'm lost as what to do, don't worry, because we're actually going to teach you the best niches, okay? So we're going to teach you right now the best niches to go in, and you can just pick from our list, which is going to drastically lower your chance of failure, right? If you pick a niche that we advise based on all our market research and experience, like these are niches that we would start right now if we were trying to start a new business. And then a self-education survival kit. So 9 books and movies that are going to make you smarter, because you're going to learn a ton over these 4 months. And if you want to switch off for an hour and read a book or watch a movie, we're going to show you how to do that so you don't waste your time on Netflix. You actually do it in a productive way. So next slide for me. I think we just got a couple more. Like I said, click the link if you're ready to go. It's basically guaranteed. So let's get in now before it's too late. It's literally going to close pretty soon. I don't know how many people are joining. They might already be closing that link. As you know, I'm on Zoom on my phone, so I can't check But head that link. If you do get there and you're able to pay, it means we haven't closed it, and you have like a couple more minutes until I have to jump off, so you'll get that one-on-one SMS support. And I think really you have two options. Okay, if you're still not sure, go to the next slide for me. I think you really have two options right now. You can try it yourself. You can go on YouTube. You can go kind of learn different courses, small courses, $20 courses that don't teach you much. Or you can take this, where not only does it bring everything together over 4 months, because let's be real, that's how long it takes. You're not going to learn this in 7 days, but it's going to bring it together in 4 months. Not only bringing it together, we're giving you a lot of the stuff done for you, all those templates. So it's actually applicable. Okay, we're going to give you stuff you can copy and paste, and we're also going to give you the chance to learn from us on those live trainings. Okay, so not only are you getting live trainings weekly, but if you join right now, you're getting one-to-one SMS support. Go to the next slide for me. I'm just going to finish saying this. Okay, so just being real, I really think your future and freedom's in your hands. Tai predicted in 2016 that there was a big change coming. A lot of people went on his social media course. A lot of them now have really big businesses, or they've become really good marketers. And I would love for some of you, for us to meet an event next year, or for us to be on a live Zoom in a few months, and you've joined today, you've applied it. He's helped people become millionaires with business opportunities like this. We're not saying you're going to become a millionaire, but you probably have a much higher chance of success if you're learning from us in a structured manner versus trying to figure it out by yourself, right? I think we all agree to that. So I will open it up for questions now. I'm really sorry I had to do this from the phone, but hopefully you guys can see the value, and hopefully you guys are joining right now so we can be on future live trainings together. So let's see any questions. Do you want to just start posting them? I have to go in about 5 minutes. When I do leave, the one-to-one SMS support is going to end. So you literally have about 4 more minutes to take advantage of that. And honestly, if you're still thinking about it, if you need to ask a spouse or your parents or your girlfriend, boyfriend, I would just do it, because you can always get a refund, right? And then that way you can't message us in 3 hours and say, you can't message us in 3 hours and say, hey, I want to get in on the one-to-one SMS support, because we can't do that, sadly. So what other questions do we have? So, what does it, annual subscription? I got in the course. I provide ordering and planning. Does the course, so step by step? Yeah, so good question here. Adam asked, does the course provide step by step on how to create and run Facebook, Google ads? Yes, it does. I actually have 7 full days, Adam, where I'm going to teach you that. And bear in mind, I've spent tens of millions of dollars on Facebook ad. I run a lot of Tai's ads right now. So I'm going to teach you how to set up those ads, and not only set them up, but how to create the creatives, write the copy, and then how to scale them. Okay. So if you're trying to learn Facebook, Google ads, I'm going to teach you it. There's probably not a better course in the world to teach you how to set up Facebook ads than what you're going to learn here. And you're going to learn it pretty early on too. Within the first couple of weeks, you'll learn how to master that. Yeah, someone said Tai scores 100% worth investing. I took advertising marketing college for 4 years, and I've learned way more. Yeah, I agree. And we've had people, one comment the other day, they were about 7 days in, and they said they learned more in 7 days than their whole semester. So like 3 or 4 months in their marketing degree. So a lot of people actually comment about that. What other questions? So a few of you bought it already, said it was great as well. And yeah, all live training. So remember, when you join, able to join, you're going to be able to join today and then actually join and then work with us. Every week, we're going to be on those live Zooms helping you. What platform's better for beginners, Facebook or Shopify? really the key is both. Shopify provides the product, Facebook's going to run the traffic. I'll teach you how to do that. Okay, last questions, then I got a dash. So last chance, if you guys are still trying to join, remember, head to that link. When we cut this off, we'll leave it up for a couple of minutes for you guys clicking that link right now to get the one-to-one SMS support. What other questions? How's it different from SMMA? It's very, very different. This is teaching you, not only is it more modern right now, it's more recent. We're teaching you a lot of different tactics. And we have a lot of different trainers. And it's more specialized e-commerce, so how to sell online with ads with the shop, and then obviously how to become certified too, right? So that's a big part of it. So okay guys, I gotta jump off. I appreciate everyone that get on the phone and teach you guys. I know that some of you are joining. I'm excited for you guys at next Friday's Zoom. But yeah, last chat, guys are clicking to join now. We're going to be in there, and I will see a lot of you in the